I used to think I was the favorite because I earned it. Good grades, good manners, the one who never got in trouble. But now, I know better. I'm Ethan, 28, the so-called golden child of the Parker family. My brother Jake's 2 years older, the problem child, according to Mom. Growing up, I never noticed how uneven things were. When I got a new bike, Jake's old one mysteriously broke. When I needed college tuition, my parents sold Jake's car. They said, "He doesn't need it. You're the one with a future." And I believed them. I didn't see how much it cost him. Not just money, but pride. Jake moved out at 19, stopped calling. I told myself he was jealous. But one night last year, I ran into him at a gas station. He was wearing a worn-out mechanic's uniform, wiping grease off his hands. He looked tired. "Hey, man," I said, smiling. He looked at me for a long second. "Didn't expect to see the prince here?" It stung. We ended up talking, awkwardly at first, then deeply, painfully honest. He told me things I never knew. How Mom used the money Grandma left him to pay for my dorm. How Dad made him quit football practice to help with bills so I could focus on school. I remember my stomach dropping, realizing my entire success story had been built on his sacrifices, ones he never agreed to. I drove home that night and stared at my framed degree. It didn't feel like mine anymore. The worst part? I realized he'd been right about me. I didn't know how to fend for myself. Every time something went wrong, Mom and Dad swooped in to fix it. Rent, paid, flat tire, covered. I was a 28-year-old man who still called his mom to ask which detergent to buy. That night, I decided something had to change. The next morning, I packed a bag, moved out of my parents' house, and got a job, a real one, where no one cared about my potential. It was humbling. I burned dinners, missed payments, made mistakes. But for the first time, they were my mistakes. A few months later, I drove to Jake's shop. He looked surprised to see me again. I didn't make excuses. I just said, "I'm sorry. I should have noticed. I should have been your brother, not your competition." He didn't say much, just nodded. Then he grabbed a wrench, handed it to me, and said, "If you're gonna hang around, you might as well learn something useful." That's how we started rebuilding, not just engines, but us. Now I get it. Being the golden child isn't a blessing. It's a curse dressed as praise. It makes you comfortable while stealing the struggle that shapes you. I used to think Jake was unlucky,